Hi everyone, it's been quite a while, hasn't it been? A month and a week. So what? Here is my 3-year anniversary special. There's going to be fun and games, there's going to be reminiscing about the past, there's going to be a little bit of input from the audience, there's going to be even a special guest. So, without further ado, let's get on with this show. I feel like I owe you guys an explanation as to why I've been gone. One word. School. No other explanation other than maybe a little bit of laziness, but I mean, who isn't lazy these days? So I asked from you guys on a Google Forms that what kind of stuff that you wanted to see, what you liked about my channel, etc. In order to efficiently go about this, I'm just going to kind of read in order the responses I've gotten. I'm going to do everything on my phone, but I'm going to superimpose it on the screen if I can figure out the editing. Why do you watch my channel? General support, interest in video style. I think the videos are funny. Oh, great. I don't. Yes. Your ASMR videos are the only thing that, oh. Good on you. Good on you. I has cheesecake because it's from you, because they are generally entertaining and fun to watch, also clever. Well, thank you. Hopefully I come up with more clever ideas soon. Comedy, Bubbles, because it is funny, Bubbles the Penguin, and seeing you do weird stuff. Do you have a favorite video? If so, which one and why? Somebody said, not applicable. I don't have a favorite video. Well, that can either be an insult or a compliment. ASMR because it makes my friends feel uncomfortable. That's kind of the point of ASMR video. If you haven't seen any of these videos that they specifically put, I'll put them down in the description down below, or maybe up in the little bell icon up in the corner. Cheesecake and no reason. Why do people? I don't. Cheesecake was just a video. It's like, I have a little mini cheesecake. I'm going to put it down on the table and say I'm going to eat it. It's 16 seconds of just pure randomness. I did it just for fun. And people's favorite video in a lot of cases is cheesecake. I don't understand it. But hey, if you enjoy cheesecake, that's better on you because you like what you like. This person put ASMR. I'm pretty sure it's the same person. Greetings and introductions. I too like to sing Kumbaya. Not over you. Ooh, my cover, my first cover. The unreleased Jax Films impression. Hey, it's released. It's public. Unless you're talking about Jax Films' unreleased impressions video, then yes, I want to see that as well. Cooking. Alright, Chris's Kitchen. Episode 2 was going to happen on this past Valentine's Day. That didn't happen for one reason or another. A tie between the cooking show and every Bubbles video. That's geez, okay. Is there anything you'd like to see or see more of? Creative skits addressing the audience? Hey, guess what I'm doing right now? Nothing in particular. Covers. More ASMR. I might have to give credence to that request. More first-time introduction videos. You usually only get a first time for everything. So, another introduction video to my YouTube channel. I suppose I could make a trailer. I have been wanting to make a trailer. I was always a fan of Mr. Bubbles, and the theme song / phrase is catchy. Well, thank you, whomever that is. No. Nope. No. No. Covers, Bubbles, and more fun and funny DIY videos. Do-it-yourself videos. Huh. I think I can make a promise on that. Well, not promise, but I might be able to do something with that. Is there anything I can do to improve my content that would make you watch more? No, not applicable. No, just keep being you. Try new things. Explore! That's exactly what I'm doing. Always post on Facebook, otherwise I won't be clued in to watch. I don't check or sign into YouTube. Nope. Nah. Some of the older videos, the sound wasn't leveled out as much and made me suffer when wearing headphones, but the sound quality has improved since you started going to college. Any general comments or compliments? Person said, I really enjoy how you hold yourself up as a creator. Take a break when needed. You have a passion and the fan base wants you to be healthy enough to give us your full creative potential. Well, thank you. Thanks for doing what you do. You rock. You've got a very nice husky voice, my friend.
Why, thank you. I would like to think so as well.
I like your ability to demonstrate life hacks. Life hacks? Like what? Honestly, I have not watched any videos recently. I think because I have not received any notices. And again, I don't sign into YouTube, so that may be an issue. Not sure. I don't spend much time on YouTube these days. Maybe it's my age group? Keep it up. Sounds like a plan, Waterman. You're a beautiful man. I don't own a beautiful man, but if you're saying you're, as in you are, thank you. Surviving College Guide featuring Bubbles. DIY meal prep with only pizza just to end up eating the whole thing in one night. Also, very enthusiastic voice and narrations in general. Well, thank you. And I can't tell, is that first part a suggestion on what to do? Quick! What's my catchphrase? And then I have the options of, until next time, that's a wrap, which is my catchphrase. And then I have, and that's all you need. Be brave. Stay wild. I'll see you on the next adventure. And then, what's this last one? I don't remember that This is the game that literally everybody and their mother has been asking me to play, and I'm assuming make a video of it. So, figured for my 3-year special, here it is. I'm only going to play a little bit of it. I'm not going to play the entirety of it because that would be way too long of a video, trust me. I know. So let's get into it, shall we? Hey! I wonder who this is. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to the attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. It's called stress. Stress will do that to you. It only gets worse. It only gets worse. Just, they say stay in school and get a lot more sleep. Go to bed like 2 hours earlier for every grade level you go up. Trust me, you'll thank me. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Sayori. I overslept again. Maybe if you drink some coffee or snorted some of the white lady, some cocaine, might perk you right up. But I caught you this time. Maybe. But only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You should say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Quinton. Mean! 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 Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. Yeah, only because the plot made me. Also, thank you, autofocus. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Quinton, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You're right, it's not true. I looked up into the film club, the jazz club, the theater club, the choir club, the stab everyone in the back club, and, maybe a couple others. You told me that you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did. One of my favorite conversations where I dismissively... Whoopsies, let me try that again. I'm sure I did in... it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Oh man, I'm kind of a jerk, aren't I? Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much when I'm perfectly content with just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. Game's not wrong. I was talking about how worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look into a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. That is literally what I was about to say. What the heck? This game is... this version is me. Minus, few jerky tendencies. I don't even know where the camera is anymore. I'm tired. I'm way too tired for this. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Because the plot makes you, dude. The plot makes you. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Sometimes I space out, but not to the extent of making other people surprise me. Hey, I don't know, maybe it looks differently on the other side. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you'd come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Must be the literature club. And meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show any interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less, which is untrue in the real world. I love books. I love books. I love all kinds of different types of literature, including poetry. I love poetry. I actually have a poetry book somewhere just lying around. That said, oh, I already read that. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have all this planned out. I'm guessing a little bit of both. It feels like a little bit of both, honestly. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. And I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Oh, crap. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? I just purely based off of her posture alone, that's how I imagine she would speak. Of course, like an octave or two higher, because, I'm a baritone-ish in terms of my speaking range. I kind of can't go into the female voice. I can do Edna Mode, but that's not that hard because it was voiced by a guy in the first place. Fun fact. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Quinton, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. Me too. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. That just left field. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Oh. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears completely more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Quinton. It's so weird saying my own name. Like, if you ever had to say your own name because somebody else has that name, you know it's weird. It just feels weird, you know? Monica smiles sweetly. We know each other well, we rarely talked, but we're in the same class last year. The funny thing about this is I actually know somebody named Monica, where we have a similar relationship where we're both in the same class. We kind of talked a little bit, and are kind of on a chummy friendship. So it's kind of weird, but she's CK, not KA, in terms of her spelling. Also, hi Monica, in case you're watching. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So I'm over here in like I'm not gonna make a joke. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Quinton. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make us some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to me and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? That's from Kamen Rider Build. It's a Japanese transforming hero show. Not sorry. Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make their ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one and first, then Monica. I follow. I try to figure out Natsuki. The personality of Natsuki kind of reminds me of there's some character. I can't put my foot on it, but there's like some animated character that kind of has a similar personality where they're very tough, but they don't want the they're tough in appearance, but at the same time they're kind of cutesy. You know what I'm saying? There's a character that's like that. I can't figure it out. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full. Sayori talks with her mouth full and already has managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcakes around in my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I mean, I don't have a cupcake to do so. Otherwise, I would. I haven't had cupcakes in quite a while. I do have cookies, though. I got some, like, Valentine's Day cookies, the Pillsbury. Put them on the sheet, put them in the oven. They're really cheap. It was a buy one, get one free for, like, $2 for a box. That's not bad. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. That was weird. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you know, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of us each before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. It's a good thing to have tea. Tea actually has a lot of good medical properties. One of my favorites tea, though, is lemon ginger. And it's a nice burning sensation if it's nice and concentrated. But hey, everyone likes the different kinds of tea if they like tea in the first place. Some people don't like tea, but I think those people are weird. Those people are weird. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I mean, honesty is the best policy. I like to go for that. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home here, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably become a board member for any of the major clubs on campus. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics of the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Boy, ain't that the truth. I was a board member of my university's film club, and there was a lot about talking about whether we should abolish the dues fees, what kind of thing we can do for fundraising, what we should do for more preparation for events, how to get more membership. It was insane the amount of arguing in that regard on how to do it, because we would agree on something, and then nothing would get done, and then just continue the loop. But I mean, it was still a fun experience to be part of the club. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. I don't know why I did that. Yeah. Go for your dreams. Never give up. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be so hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. It actually is hard to start a club, at least in my university, because you need a minimum of 5 members. Let me use my left hand. You need a minimum of 5 members. So you're going to need a president, vice president, treasurer, senator, and one other member. I cannot remember. Secretary. There we go. So you're going to need a president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, and a senator in order to start a club. That's a minimum of 5 members, and then you also need a faculty advisor, somebody that can sign off and essentially be a babysitter for your club, that's a lot of work. So you need a total of 6 people to be on your club, in your club, and to keep it going. And then you need bylaws, you need a constitution, you need all kinds of other stuff. And then you need to set a bank account and have money in it. And it's a lot of paperwork, actually. A lot of work just to start your club. Not many people are interested in putting out all their effort to start something brand new. Especially when something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. I mean, it grabs some people's attention. Why else would there be a literature club on some schools? You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school's events like the festival that much more important. Yeah, when it comes to advertising your club fairs and events are very important. Because that's the only place that most people are going to figure out about your club, and you can show your stuff out there. It's a lot of work. It really is. I'm confident that we all can really grow from this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Quinton, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is usually equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. That's one thing I love about books, when they create their own world. Half the reason I went into the film industry, or going into the film industry, is I want to create worlds that people can just envelop themselves in, like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, those kinds of worlds where there's just like this large amount of lore, and they can get really excited over it. That's the kind of things that I want to do. It's so fun. I've actually tried writing a book multiple times, failed multiple times, and restarted multiple times. Back to the game. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give it back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori saddles up behind Natsuki and puts her arms on her shoulder. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes a lot more than confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. That was very, poetic in itself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experiences too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Well, we'll all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, the next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our own club. Isn't that right, Quinton? Monica smiles warmly at what we want again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but that hasn't made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Quinton, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's all like this? That is, if writing poem is the price I need in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. That just makes me feel really creepy saying it. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. I guess. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Quinton, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Quinton, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed home after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. And I guess that is the episode. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. I'm going to press save and go to a slot like everything is perfectly normal and like I haven't played this game before. Well, that's the episode. I'm going to end it here because I'm going to completely lose my mind because I've never done this kind of thing before. And I'm going to keep trying to do this kind of thing before, maybe with more than just Doki Doki, but we shall see. So, if you liked this video, give it a like. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. A thumbs down. I have weird spacing. A thumbs down. So, thank you guys so much for 3 years. If you make it to this point, I'm going to put time codes in there anyway, so you probably make it to this point if you want to see the outro. Click here if you want to see my last video. Click here if you want to subscribe. Also, thank you so much for supporting me over 3 years, as I just said. I don't really know what else to say. Thanks for watching this 3-year anniversary special. It's been a blast to make, and I hope that you guys are excited to see what I come up with, because I'm excited to see what I come up with, to be perfectly honest, because there's a lot going on in this brain of mine. Okay, so until next time, that's a wrap.